Well, we're back with just us girls, and I love having these girls around me. I have Kara, Diane, Danielle, just the girls from A Better Us, without the men. And sometimes you just need some girl time.
Yeah,
talk things through.
Yeah.
Especially with the topic we're talking about right now.
Yes.
And that is mom rage.
I'm going to sit back in my seat.
I've never had mom rage, have you?
I think this could be a good conversation, girls, because, I mean, you don't have to be a mom for longer than, say, I don't know, 3-4 months before you start feeling you're pushed to the extreme a little bit. And sometimes that bubbles up inside.
Yeah, I agree. And you
Okay,
have young ones,
confessing
right?
first? Who's going first? Confessional.
I think the ones with the younger children should start.
Okay, Kara, that's you. Take it away.
Well, as you guys know, Eric and I have 2 beautiful babies, and we were blessed with them being 20 months apart. So we had 2 under 2 for a few months. And yeah, it's a lot when you are exhausted. And the saying, just sleep when the baby sleeps, does not happen when you have a second baby, unless they are napping together at the same time. And so it's a lot. It can mentally, emotionally, physically, relationally with your spouse be a lot. And I think the more we're open about that, the more other parents are feeling free to be like, okay, yes, I struggle with that as well.
Yeah.
And so
That's good.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even anger. I find sometimes it's just me being overstimulated. Like I can remember, you know, the young, you know, I have somebody pulling at me here, another kid going, mom, 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 500 times in a row, trying to stir the pot. Like it's just overstimulation, and then you just want to blow. Yes. And okay, so my confession is during the shutdown, the pandemic that we all went through, one of my boys actually did say to me, Mom, now I know why they named you Danielle.
no.
I was yelling a lot more than at that point. So, and that really got to me. But what, you know, speaks louder to them than my yelling voice is actually, it's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. So I had a lot of opportunity during those months to actually ask forgiveness. To get back up and to humiliate myself and to humble myself with them. But what I found is that just like our God is forgiving with us and his mercies are new every morning, our kids are the same way. We cannot beat ourselves up. We are not only carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, but the weight of their world on our shoulders.
That's right.
And so it's bound to happen. And so when she was talking about the trigger, like what are my triggers, I got thinking about what are the things that would really make me blow. And now, I don't know if you would identify with this. The day my house gets clean, like when I clean the house top to bottom, and then they come in like a tornado and rip that thing up in 15 seconds. Trigger right there. Or how about these 3 letters? PMS. So I got thinking about that, and then she was saying, like, what kind of plan can you put in place? So I got thinking about me, like for, you know, the house cleaning thing. So that day, how about we go to the library, go to the park, get out of the house, so I'm not going to have those mom explosions that I might, or, you know, certain times of the month, let's go have coffee with a friend, and Dad, you get the, you know, the boys this day. So it was really helpful for me to think about what kind of plan can I set into place for me when I'm, you know, not as able to handle my emotions as well as other times, and it's going to help. I know it.
Yeah, well, speaking of men, close your ears, PMS, times 4 in my house. 3 girls.
Yes, you're all women.
All girls.
Every week of the month.
Okay. And so, and you know, when you're all together in the same house, everybody's singing.
Everybody's triggering each other.
So that's
when Mike would leave the house and go on vacation.
My goodness, trigger. Okay.
That's why Mike plays football. He needs to hit somebody.
And having girls, you know, my girls, they used to just go at it all the time, right? With girls, you know, they're, oh, you took my lipstick, or you took my makeup, or you took this or that. And oh, when you start hearing all the screaming and the yelling, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna scream. Stop!
Yes, yeah.
You just explode, and then you have to calm down, because when you're triggered, and they see that, and then they get worse.
Yes.
Right? So you have to kind of keep that calmness about you somehow, because if you're calm, then it calms them down. So that was something that I had to learn. If I keep myself, at a certain level, then I know that they wouldn't go to a 10 on me. So.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but being on time and trying to attend events with babies definitely is a trigger for us. You just get everything packed up, and then one of the baby poops, and then you have to rechange a diaper, and then the next one does, and then you and your spouse, like, in my opinion anyways, we would just fight because we're both trying to leave, make this time schedule, and it's not working out, and then you're in the car just so hot because you've like lifted all of these things to the car that you needed to bring, and then you're like in the car now on the verge of a massive fight because you're just so upset, and then you get to wherever you are, like nothing happens. Like, hi guys, we're so happy we could be here.
So what are ways, I mean, I'm thinking now,
I'm just wondering how many of those times were coming to my house. That's what I'm thinking about.
We don't have to talk about that.
I'm just saying, because the moms, the women really set the tone for in the home. I feel like, and so yes, we're going through these things, and yes, there are going to be moments, but maybe what are ways that we could set the tone? So one thing that I do is, if I'm feeling it, I want to put on some kind of relaxing music or worship music or something in the house that can just kind of ground me and shift my mental space, and then that will translate to the rest of them, to the kids as well.
And you know
about
what?
guys?
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
If you're feeling this, because there's the famous Susanna Wesley. She was the mother of John Wesley and Charles Wesley. They were famous preachers, Methodist preachers in the 1700s. Susanna Wesley had 19 kids.
Wow.
19 kids.
Bless her.
And the story goes that when she would feel overwhelmed, her family knew if she sat in a chair, pulled her apron up over her head, that meant mommy needs some alone time.
Alone time.
Mommy
And that's
needs
the only
me time.
place she could
And
find
that's
it
the
was
only place she
in
could
her
go,
apron.
was to have her apron up. And so you know what? If you're having that apron moment, it's okay. Take a step. Sometimes mommies need a time out too.
That's right. Yeah.
You take a step away and you just give yourself that breathing space. I know we had one strong-willed child of our 3. And he's married to her. And Eric was my youngest, and he was a strong-willed, and I apologized more to Eric than I did to any of them, because I just would lose my temper more because of the just clashing. He, strong-willed. Well, there's this one particular night. The kids were young. I think Eric may have been 8, Adam was 11, Andrea was 14, something like that. Ron had been out of town for a couple of weeks, and I was writing for a devotional that I shared on Huntley Street every day called Sincerely Yours. So I was writing them throughout the day and night, and then recording them in the mornings live on television, which was totally out of my comfort zone, but God, that's another story. So anyway, it was after supper one night, I'm alone with the kids, and it hit me, I've got to record an extra one tomorrow because there's a holiday coming up and we're not going to be live. And it was like 10 o'clock at night. And so I said, the boys, just get to bed. Get yourself in bed. I don't have time. I've got to go in the office and I've got to write, because these things took me hours to write. My alarm's going off at 6 a.m. And so I'm down there trying to write, and in comes Eric. Mommy, he did this to me. I said, just go to bed. I'm writing some more. Adam, 11. Mommy, Eric won't do this. And just go to bed. Finally, after like the 4th or 5th interruption, I lost it. It was not one of my better mommy moments.
Mommy's trying to prepare for my Christian message.
I need to prepare my heart. So I just went, I said, you go to bed right now. And I got up and I ran up the stairs, and I think I put the fear of God in those boys, because they just looked at me with these big eyes. And you go to your bed, and you go to your bed, and don't come out again. And so I went back in, and I was so angry, I just kind of slammed my keyboard of my desk and broke it.
Oh, no.
And so now it's 10:30 at night. I haven't written a word, and I'm under the desk trying to fix the keyboard tray. Couldn't get it fixed. I just sat in the chair and I just started crying.
Yeah.
I just started crying. And I put my head down, and then the office door opens, and I didn't look. I didn't even look to see who it was. And all I said was, well, I think I just broke my desk, as with my head down. And it was Andrea. She was 14, 15, something like that. And she said, Mom, can I pray for you? She heard everything that happened. And I said to her, I would love it if you would. So she came over, she climbed on my lap, she wrapped her arm around me, and we both cried through her prayer. And she prayed the nicest little prayer that Jesus would be my husband through this, that he would help me to with the boys. And it was just so my worst mommy moment turned into one of my best mommy moments. So don't knock yourself out if you're having those moments, you know, like own it, apologize, learn from it, and move forward. And sometimes God just brings along the best little gift at the end of it.
And that's teaching for them of how when we, you know, mess up and we're going to screw up, but this is how we resolve things is with love and forgiveness, and that's so good. That's so good.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Well, girls, it's always beautiful having you guys here. Love this. And we love having you too. So stay with us. There's more Better Us to come.
Hey friends, we really hope you're enjoying the marriage conversations here on our Better Us YouTube channel.
We have hundreds of more helpful marriage videos designed to give you hope and tools to make your marriage even better.
Right. And you can see just a few options we think you might like here and here. So keep exploring.
Oh, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here so you don't miss out on all the great marriage help we have coming your way all the time.